So we're gonna get right into it. So this first one here is called the Sick Stag, and of course, for my nature lovers and my Harry Potter lovers, my Patronus Expecto Patronus lovers, we all know what a stag is. Um, it's like a deer, pretty much, or like a buck. But let us get into it and let's read about the Sick Stag. The Sick Stag. A stag fell sick and lay in a clearing in the forest, too weak to move from the spot. When the news of his illness spread, a number of the other beasts came to inquire after his health, and they one and all nibbled a little of the grass that grew around the invalid, till at last there was not a blade within his reach. In a few days he began to mend, but was still too feeble to get up and go in search of fodder, and thus he perished miserably of hunger, owing to the thoughtlessness of his friends. Moral of the story: evil companions bring more hurt than profit. Now, let's break that down a bit. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. So I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory, but Lance, what it do? Uh, so this one here is pretty self-explanatory. The dudes, the dudiest of the dudes. What it do, y'all? Dang, Lance and Ill Deuce joined at the same time. So it was like that's too Philly. Shout out to Philly. Um, but let's get into the Sick Stag. Okay, so evil companions bring more hurt than profit. Uh, so the story is about a stag. He's sick, right? The stag is sick, and he knows he's sick, so he lays down in the forest. He lays down in the forest in a little bit of a reserve in an opening to where, when he does feel better, he has something to go to. However, once other folks, or not folks, I guess other animals, other stags, other rabbits, what have you, heard that he was sick, they came to go visit him. And while they were visiting him, they're going over old times, they're talking about things, and they're just eating a bit of grass, eating some grass here and there, eating some grass, and eventually all these fuckers eat so much grass that in a few days, when the stag is feeling better, there is there is no grass for him to eat. So he didn't even die from being sick. He died from hunger, from starvation, right? And I think that there's a lot to this story. There's a lot to this story to dig into. But first and foremost, let's go into the original stag. So in different interpretations of this story, there are a few different details that are highlighted in it. So one thing is that it said the stag had many friends. Maybe not any like best friends, but he had many friends. It says the stag had many friends, and his many friends came to come visit him, type of thing. And I'm like, okay, so that's a different perspective on it. But just the fact that he had many friends is like, dang, there's so many of these friends that are coming around and then eating everything. Like they were there. It's like they came to the funeral, and Nisho, what it do? They came to the funeral, and well, it wasn't even a funeral yet. It wasn't even a funeral yet. It was really, this stag was laying here sick, and as he was sick, his friends came and ate all the grass around him. So when he is no longer not sick, he can't eat anymore. So so I think about the friendship aspect. It's like, having a lot of friends, having a lot of friends, but not having any friends, any family, right? And they just came and just ate everything like the savages they are. And with the moral being evil companions bring more hurt than profit, I look at that as, watch the company that you keep. It's like that this story like blows me, because I think, man, it's like, if you're someone with many friends, right? And let's say you pass away, and they're planning a funeral. Your family's planning a funeral, and everyone's calling and saying, "Oh, sending my condolences." Oh, oh man, he or she had a lot of friends. We got to have a big church. We got to do this. We got to do that. Blah blah blah. And you're making all these demands to have this big, extravaganza funeral to celebrate the life of someone, and you do all this. You guys come. It's great. It's a beautiful event. There's a bunch of food, and none of them motherfuckers help pay for it. None of them motherfuckers help stick around and clean up. Shit, hell, barely of them gave your folks a hug, right? Like, people just want to come together just to have a party, just to get together. I mean, this reminds me, and I might ruffle a few feathers here, but I don't give a damn. This reminds me of like the protests in the summer. Like, it was like, oh hey, like, a lot of people were out there for the right reasons, but a lot of people were out there because we're stuck in the pandemic, and it was a move. Don't play. The protests were a move. The perception of it was like a move to a certain degree. Like, people just coming, oh yeah, we're going to come here, we're going to do this, we're going to get our fits off, we're going to get, because we haven't been outside, and Black Lives Matter, we're going to do all this stuff because, and I'm not here to minimize it. I'm saying that some of y'all, don't play dumb now. Don't play dumb now. Don't play dumb. Don't be the friends to the Sick Stag. Don't be like come to help. Come to add to it. Don't come to just, be in your own ego, be in your own vanity or whatever. Like, I don't give a fuck about your fit during the protest. Man, somebody just died, bruh. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, you wouldn't even know I was there, but you wouldn't know I was there. Because it's not about that, and it's not about me. Moving on from that, I just go to say, don't be so self-centered that you don't help the person that is Nisho says those who were there for a move were influencers. And it's funny because you look at the influencers like a Kendrick who didn't even want to be seen, or these people who didn't really want to be seen, the real people, quote unquote, in power or what have you, didn't want to be seen. They just wanted to be out there with the people. But everybody wants to, everybody wants to see their picture inside of the textbook in the future for history. So they want to do all kinds of craziness to just to get attention, just to be there. Oh, I'm here. Oh yeah. Oh, hey, look, you see that Sick Stag over there? Hey man, this is my man right here. This is my man right here. You know what I'm saying? He laying on the ground. This is my man right here. You know what I'm saying? Wish him well. Hope he good, bro. Hope he good. You know what I'm saying? We got the folks out here. You know what I'm saying? My man's as well loved. You know what I'm saying? That's how motherfuckers be. That's how the Sick Stag's friends were. They were taking selfie videos and doing all kinds of crap. Eating all the food and just eating up all the resources and supplies when the dying stag is laying right there. And come to find out, when it's all said and done, the stag doesn't even die from him being sick. He dies from hunger because everyone came to visit him and vibe out. But they ate all the food that he specifically made for himself. Another interpretation I read said the stag knew he was sick. The stag knew he had to lay down in a clearing that had a good amount of fodder or food or grass. And he laid there in on purpose. But then everyone came and ate everything and didn't even think, oh man, maybe it's almost like they didn't want him to get better. They didn't think, oh, he could get better and eat this grass. It's like they almost didn't want him to be better, So evil companions cause more hurt than profit. It's interesting. Don't be that person to your friends. Don't be the person that is more worried about their ego and how they look and, being performative as opposed to actually trying to help your friend out, helping these people out. Okay.